Hey everyone, it's Sarah here. Good evening, actually, good afternoon. I think it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon in New York. It's evening here in Europe. And I am so excited to be back live. I know I kind of was missing last week. Last week was an interesting time, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. And a couple of lessons that I have learned, and a couple of very practical things that you can apply in your life and business if you also find yourself in the space where you think that you're doing everything by the book, that you are diligently journaling and meditating and doing all the mindset work, that you have all the strategies you're following down to the T, but still not seeing exact results. And when you turn around, it's like, what am I doing wrong, right? So I wanted to talk to you about that today. As mentioned, last week was a week for me when everything was kind of catching up. I made this drastic change in lifestyle, changing the environment, changing the energy, changing everything, including how I conduct business. And all that happened very quickly within a few short months. And of course, like everything else, body, mind, soul, everything needs adjusting. In the meantime, I was really impatient with a couple of aspects, and I only set one so called barometer, or whatever you want to call it, benchmark, right, or milestone to check the success, to measure it with. And when those specific measures wouldn't add up or get to the point where I considered it a success, my mind was creating all those questions of what are you doing wrong, what am I missing, and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it sounds familiar. So, what is the way out of this, and why is this so important? Well, first and foremost, when you have a vision, when you have a goal, and you decide that you are gonna go for it, that is the first step that you do. You take the leap, you jump, you dive right in, and then you take one step at a time, one step after another. Now, our mind, many times, what they want to do is keep us busy, thinking that we're being productive by, adjusting our website and sending out another email and freaking out if our schedule is not packed with discovery calls, right? And then you go into the mode of doing everything that you can think of, as opposed to taking a step back and saying, okay, I'm the CEO of my company, I'm the CEO of my life. What is that I choose to do? How do I choose to show up? Where is my energy going? And in all that business, what happens is that we are going back to our default. We are going back to doing things the way we always have done them, that feel natural, that are in our zone of comfort. And we all know that nothing changes in the comfort zone, that nothing changes if we keep doing the same thing. We're going to keep getting the same result. So, when the results are not there, what is the next thing you start asking yourself? Well, what am I doing wrong? And you keep repeating that question. And of course, the key to this whole mystery is the subconscious mind. You are feeding it with the idea that you are indeed doing something wrong. It decreases your vibration, it lowers the energy, and of course the results are not showing up in your reality at the rate, that at the level that you want them to. And then there's a disconnect, and of course you keep asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? And that just feeds the problem, and it just grows bigger and bigger and bigger. The beautiful thing about it is that you always have a choice. You always have a choice to change your thoughts, change your beliefs, challenge those stories, and choose differently. Because when you do choose differently, when you allow yourself to feel depleted and sad and angry and anxious and impatient, but then when you unpack all those feelings and you really dive deeper into what's really going on, and then you choose differently, when you choose the positive, when you choose the good, when you choose the now, when you choose the ease and fun and joy and laughter and gracefulness and excitement, that's what you're gonna start creating in your reality. That's what's gonna start gravitating towards you, because at the end of the day, you are the energy, a vibrational being that attracts things that are on the same vibrational level, that are same frequency. So before you go and start judging yourself, just check in the reality that you want to call in, the lifestyle that you want to create, the results you want to create. Maybe it's the soul clients that you try to attract. Well, what is their vibration? What is their frequency? How can you accelerate it? How can you get yourself up there? Because if you're not, then it's obviously something inside of you that is still blocking you from getting there. And you have the choice to change that.